Let's give them one more round of applause. The Pride of Wilmington Marching Band. For being a sponsor for tonight's game. Stop by after the game and see Doug and his crew at the Wilmington Gold Star, 1295 Rumback Avenue.
What league is Coldwater, Ohio in? Well, I know. I was going to see I wanted to look at all the teams.
What, in the MAC?
No.
St. Henry's in that league.
What are all the teams in the league with Coldwater in Ohio? The M8. Oh, it is the MAC. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think it's New Bremen, Coldwater, St. Henry.
I'm trying to think.
Maybe. There's a bunch of them.
St. Henry goes to the state a lot. Coldwater. I'm trying to think of all the teams that are like up there that always go into the playoffs. Strong league.
Well, Joe, we're back.
We are back with. Well, let me ask Cody. How much time's left, Cody?
45 seconds, Joe.
40.
I get excited, okay? I can't help it.
Cody, do you really have all the signs?
Well, we don't want to say that on air now, do we?
No, I guess not. Well, I mean, I figured, with
The Michigan,
No,
Michigan coach has their sign.
No, I don't want to be called Connor Stallions out or anything like that. So, you spend enough time within a program and you learn some things, right? I will give Coach Williams credit. He has he has hand signals. He goes to a wristband. He can just run the plays in. He has a pretty good system going on for situations like that, especially when we play the team across town. Some coaches have kind of been back and forth, so they may know some things. So, there's some tricks up his sleeve to change it up.
Change some things.
But
they used to have plastic ball bats at Ohio State Cub. And they would be a yellow, red, and green ball bat, and then last year they didn't do them well. After you do them for a few years, people learn, so you got to cut them out.
Sure. Well, looks like the teams are back out, and roughly 2 minutes left before we get the second half started. And
coach captains are meeting.
Looks like
Wilmington's going to accept, and they'll have it on our left side.
Left to right for Wilmington.
Well, they get the ball, so Trace got to pick which side they wanted, and then that'll tell you what side you want at the final quarter. So that's what you decide. Where do we want to be in that last quarter?
Yeah.
I do want to go on record, because I know these guys didn't say it, but Wilmington did not score while I was on the radio before. Just wanted to make that clear.
I'm going to make sure you're our lucky charm.
Yeah, that's
you're
it.
Our lucky charm. No, I think, towards the end of that first half, Wilmington found some success running the football. They had a big play action play that the quarterback missed. Well, I shouldn't say that. The receiver dropped it, unfortunately. And I think we had that situation last week. Well, but Enix caught the ball. He was standing by himself.
Right.
I'm telling you, as a receiver and you're standing by yourself with nobody around you, that's one of the hardest.
That's the one you drop.
One of the hardest catches to make.
It is.
And if the kid drops it, you feel so bad for him. But then, and from a coach's perspective, you want to grab him by his face mask. What are you doing? But, sometimes that's just the way things happen. And, I'm sure that kid will get his chance again and make up for it.
For Trace, the good thing was, with Wilmington coming down with time going into half, if they scored, they're getting the ball back right now.
And that was
a big thing of stopping them from scoring.
That was a similar situation from last week. We weren't able to score knowing Waverly got the ball coming out of halftime.
Right.
So,
and that made a big difference at the end of the game.
Yeah. I think I'm interested to see the adjustments that were made at halftime defensively for Miami Trace, because they do got to figure out how to stop that misdirection game from Wilmington. And if I'm Wilmington, you got to pin your ears back and go after them now, because you kind of had them on their heels a little bit.
Right.
It's a statement drive now for Wilmington coming out of the half. Let's just see what happens. And, I always kind of, and I hate to say this, but I get worried when this kickoff team comes out there.
Well, I know.
I mean, a couple times, even in this game, they've kind of snapped off a couple big returns.
I mean, it looked to me when you got the Trace's defense and Wilmington's offense, it looks like Trace's team's bigger than Wilmington's, which makes Wilmington's teams faster. But if you can overpower the offense and get to the quarterback, that takes away their speed game.
Sure.
But
all right. Looks like we're set to go.
It's going to be key. Like you said, right now the key is this kickoff. What can Trace do on the kickoff? They may squib kick it or something.
Morrison boosts the ball deep towards the sideline and kicks it out of bounds.
So it's going to be a penalty.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
You go ahead and tack them on their 15 yards or however many yards it's supposed to be after the kick.
And just start from there, no run back.
Just let it happen.
And that's probably where that would have been if you kicked off them and he ran it back. Yeah.
Wilmington gathering their offense together. Stevens has done a pretty decent job tonight. He's hanging out in the pocket, keeping his eyes downfield. There's been a couple opportunities that I think he's missed to deliver a ball to some open guys. So, he threw the pick early in the game that turned into some Panther points. But, you kind of, as a quarterback, and especially as a senior, you got to shake that off, take a deep breath, reset, and get back to your game. So,
35-yard line.
Yeah, let's just see what happens here.
Yeah, Wilmington looked like Trace looked like they were lining up at first for the 40, and I was like, I thought it was the 35, but I wouldn't say anything. And then finally they went out and put it at the 35.
Yep. Looks like we got a 2x2 here. Stevens with one back in the backfield. I can't see the number. He takes the snap, hands the ball off to number 8.
8.
He's hit. He's met by a slew of defensive linemen for Miami Trace.
Lucas Johnson is number 8. Michael Streety is number 6.
Looks like Adam Guthrie, Brady Sheets, and Jaden Jones, the 3 of the biggest guys on the field.
Lucas Johnson was the ball carrier, number 8.
We got 1 yard gain on that. Wilmington coming out in the same set.
He's staying back there.
2 by 2, single back.
Stevens and Johnson in the backfield.
Stevens takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking to his right, rolling to his right. Takes off running, slides. Jaden Jones there to meet him. Roughly the 36, 37-yard line.
Yeah,
see, and that's something I would have liked Stevens to do. You know, he's looking, he's extending the play, looking. Instead of trying to go back the opposite direction, he took off, maybe got a yard or 2.
Right.
Kind of keep progress moving forward. Wilmington going to a trip set up top, still with the 1 back. Single receiver down here, maybe looking at a one-on-one matchup. Rolling to his left. Breaks outside to contain, finds a guy right.
Caught it.
Just past the first down marker. It was number 9, Zane Smith.
Going to be about the 47-yard line. They were getting to him. I thought there was holding in the backfield. I didn't see a flag. And gave him, and he got away from that and then got more time and then was able to get the ball off. And the longer you keep, the quarterback can keep it alive, the harder it is for the defense to stay with the receiver.
It's hard to cover a guy for 6-7 seconds.
Yeah.
Going with a bunch trip set down here at the bottom, single receiver up top. Stevens hands the ball off to Johnson again, gets a few yards.
Going to give him about 1, I think.
Yep, looks like he got a gain of 1.
I mean, when he first got through, it looked like he was going further, but he was behind the line of scrimmage. And then he got to the 48. That's only a gain of 1.
Joe Puller in the game. Zane Smith coming out. Going back to that 2-back set with a tight end. 1 receiver to each side. Stevens under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Puller. Met by a brick wall.
Again,
Panther
1 yard.
defensive line.
So we're giving him 1 yard, 1 yard. Give him 1 yard this time, I'm fine with.
It's like 3rd down and 7.
8. He's got to go 2 yards over the 45, and he's got a yard to go to get to the 50. So that's 3 plus the 5. So it's about 8 yards.
3rd and 8.
That's my East Clinton math anyway.
Stevens under center, 2 backs in the backfield again. Oh, they run into each other. But he has some room on the outside. He gets upfield.
He's going to get a first down.
And he got a first down.
Broken play. He was going for it to go right. The other guy was going to go left, and they bumped into each other and still made a first down.
You know what? You just make something out of nothing there. As a coach, when they run into each other, you want to go crazy, and then he breaks off a run like that, and you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll take care of that Saturday morning during film.
Right. Right now, good job. Saturday, we'll talk about it.
1st and 10 for the Hurricane. It's like their own Trace's 41-yard line.
Stevie Rickman, their high guy, he's up top. He's their number 1 receiver.
Shotgun, hand to Puller. He finds some room, but stop. Gets away from him. Makes a move on Malachi Jones, but only gets about a yard.
There's a flag in the backfield. They're showing holding, so. Holding at about the 40, coming back. So they're going to mark it off from the 40, I think. So
Penalty is against the Hurricane.
A little score update for you guys.
I think that's what freed the guy to get that when he was getting tackled.
Jackson, last time I checked, was up 7-0 on Ironton. A big game down there in Jackson County.
Okay, we're back over the 50 to the 49.
It looks like Ironton just scored. It is now 7-6. They missed the extra point.
So it's first down and about 20.
Stevens, 2 backs in the backfield, 1 receiver to each side, tied in. Play action pass rolling to his left, looking, and ball came out.
No, he threw it. He tried to throw it so he wouldn't get caught for a loss. I don't know if they're calling him down. I think they're calling him down anyway. As he went down, he sort of pitched it out of bounds. But they're tied in on this side, had his arm a yard over the line of scrimmage. That's what your coaches over here arguing about. Because I noticed, I said.
Coach Anders looking very animated over there on the sideline.
I was looking, I said, this guy's over because the line sort of like went to, closer and closer to this way. It was just like leaning.
Wilmington coming back out, 2nd and 22. 2-by-2 set. Stevens with 1 back in the backfield. Flag on the play.
A timeout. Is there a flag?
Was it timeout?
I think the coach saw something and called time, I thought.
Timeout, Wilmington.
Coach was in the referee's ear, and I think he saw something when they lined up. He didn't like what it looked like, and he told the ref time.
Hate to use a timeout that early in the second half.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
He didn't like what he saw out there with the way they lined up. And that's what we talked about earlier.
Yep, a game this close.
And
again, you want to keep some of those in your pocket.
And we said that then. First half, okay. Second half, no, don't do that.
Always think about, your timeouts in the first half. You can't take them wait to the second half. Might as well use them if you got them. Second half, it's a little different. You think of clock management. And, clock management does come into play in the first half, but,
But a timeout you call now.
Yeah.
Now with a minute and a half to go in the game, you need that timeout. The clock's running out, and you don't have it because you called it now.
You hate to see that.
Yeah, coach is getting on one of the players. He took one of the players out, and he's talking to him, so I'm sure somebody was lined up wrong.
Score update out of Washington Courthouse and Western Brown. Western Brown up 28-0. All right, Stevens trips down to the bottom. Single receiver up top, drops back to pass, looking, throws it to his right. Gets a catch, stiff arm, makes it upfield, gets back to the original marker. Maybe a couple yards pass.
No, I think it's going to be right at the – no, he's going to be about 5 yards past.
Yeah, he is.
I was looking at 1 yard, not beside the white line, but it was the wrong one. It's the 35, not the 40. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 rather than 3rd and real long.
Another 3rd down play here for the Hurricane.
And they very likely are in 4-down territory at home.
Absolutely.
So that long pass right there really made a big difference. You keep them back around the 50, they're going to punt.
Trips look to the top of the screen. Stevens set. Single back beside him, takes a snap, looking to his left. Flushed out of the pocket, looking. Decides to turn it upfield. Delivers a blow to number 15, Jaden Jones.
But he
was able to get him down. Looking about 4th down and 4.
4th down and 4.
This will be a big stop here.
Well, Trace did a good job of keeping that a long 4th down. I mean, they can go for 4th, but it's just long 4th. It's not going to be like 4th and 1, which makes it very more plausible
Wilmington
to make.
Making a change of quarterback here. Number 7, Carson Brown, coming into the game.
Is there a special play coming in for him, or did he
maybe
get
a
his
little
hand
trick
hurt
play
or
action
something?
here? Trips to the top, single receiver down bottom, and see if they go for the one-on-one ball. He's looking. Yep, he throws the ball to number 3,
Caught it at
Stevie Rickman.
That's like I said. That's their number 1 pass receiver, Rickman.
He's able to get the first down.
You can't give Rickman that much off the ball. That's the guy they're looking to go to every time. So you got him. You've got to be right up on top of him. You can't give him that 10-yard space.
Wilmington marching now. Trips to the top. Brown with 1 single back. Takes a snap, hands the ball off to number 23, Bryson Shooty. Looks like we got a cramp. I wondered if that was going to come into play.
Yep.
On a hot, humid night like this, it does happen.
So that gives Wilmington a free timeout here on this drive.
It does, and they'll come in and talk about it. And maybe, Carson Brown's the guy to come in and give him a little spark. I don't think we've seen the last of Stevens unless he's – I don't see him on the side. Well, there he is. Yeah, he's down there by Coach. He's talking to Coach.
Yeah, getting ready to send him back in, I think. Yeah, because really a lot of times when you got that guy coming in, the backup quarterback, you're not looking for him to come in and pass the ball right off the bat. You're looking for a running play at that time.
Yeah. But he came out firing, didn't he? He got a first down.
Well, he's probably have like 5 plays that he's really been working off all week. That when you go in, you're going to do one. And, you know, if he's been practicing this quick run pass play right there, he's set for it. He's ready for it. He got warmed up at halftime, so he's warmed. He's ready. I couldn't say. Do you know who's down?
Looks like number 15, Jaden Jones. One of the big hitters for the Panther defense. She's stretching both legs. He might have him in both legs.
Man.
That's the worst.
Need to get the water bottles and put it straight into the veins on the
yeah. Go and get you a quick IV for
Yeah,
halftime and ready to roll.
Ready to roll.
Another update coming out of Courthouse and Western Brown. Western Brown is up big, 35-0.
Wow. Western Brown does have good football a lot of times.
They do. Of course, they had Drew Novak, who, and I hate to admit this, but broke Joe Burrow's passing record against us a couple years ago. I was on the staff at that time, coaching defensive backs, so you can, I'll take the blame for that one, I guess. But, you know.
He's still walking a little stiff-legged with that right leg.
Yeah. Another score update coming out of Cedarville. They're up 6-0 over East Clinton.
Oh, Greenview.
Greenview won last night over Waynesville. They played on Thursday Night Lights. All right, looks like we're ready to return back to the action.
People, if you've got anybody contacting you saying, hey, I can't watch the game, tell them to go to the YouTube and look up Campus Nation. Go to YouTube, type in Campus Nation. We're on there. So if you're having a problem with the other, go to YouTube, Campus Nation. We are covering that.
Brady Sheets on the stop for the Panthers.
Got about to the 22.
Wilmington's ate up a good bit of clock here.
Got about 3 yards on that play.
Approaching 6 minutes.
Well, here's the key. Let them eat clock and stop them from scoring, and we did big. I mean, they do have a field goal kicker, so, best. If they're not getting down there, they may try to kick a field goal to stay close. But they're not tying, they're not taking the lead. So
Trips look for the Hurricane. 3 to the top, single receiver down with 1 back. Brown set. Taking the snap, dropping back to pass, looking to his right, going to the one-on-one matchup again. Finds Rickman. Perkins right there to meet him. And a hard tackle. Hard tackle by.
Oh, they're wanting the flag, no flag.
I think it was pretty clean.
I know the people up here and the coach went down there, flag. Well, he couldn't. I mean, literally the first time he pulled him, and he wouldn't go down, so he kept trying to pull him, and then he finally.
There's a good teammate.
Yeah.
Getting his guy off the field.
Well, he's showing the referee, he got hurt so bad.
Could be cramping too, yeah. Perkins met him really quick.
Well, if Rickman, like I said, he's their number 1 right receiver.
Hate to see him go down.
So it's first down. Is it goal to go inside? Yeah, it's on the 9-yard line.
Yep, first and goal for the Wilmington Hurricane.
I got this big post right there.
5:51 left here in the third quarter. Trace with the backs against the wall. Going with the 2-back. Look for the misdirection here.
Flag. We had 12 in the huddle.
Lucas Johnson on the carry. Gets about up to the 5.
Number 8, Lucas Johnson, the ball carrier. Stop by number 1, Malachi.
Potentially 12 in the huddle before that play.
But no call.
Looks like the ball's on the 6-yard line. Got second and goal.
Second down and goal from the 6.
number 4 coming into the game, Jesse
We
Keith.
got another guy down for cramping, I think.
Yep.
For Hurricanes this time. Is that number 43?
The tight end, number 43.
Luke Ackerman.
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 Hey, I want to apologize. We try our best with name pronunciations here. Can't get them all right.
Well, luckily, being from this area, some of them I've heard, like Shooty.
Sure.
I know the families, so.
Wilmington coming out with a 2-back set. It looks like number 8 Johnson and number 23 Shooty in the backfield. Brown under center. Takes a snap, misdirection to Shooty, who's working towards his left, met by a host of Panther tacklers.
Got up to the 5, then brought back to the 10.
Yeah, maybe a yard gain there, looking at 3rd and goal. It's like number 9, Zane Smith, coming into the ball game for the Hurricane.
He went from the 6 to the 5, so he gained a yard.
And number 73, Adam Guthrie.
Jaden Jones coming back into the game, looks like. I got a little limp in his step there.
Yeah. Now the key thing there, get running, you'll get it out of there,
Either that or it's going to lock up again.
Yeah, one of the two, yeah.
Wilmington going back under center, single back. A little bit of a miscommunication here.
They got a man.
They call a timeout.
Yeah, they had to. If not, they would have had a man. He was running toward the line of scrimmage, which you can't do. If they didn't call timeout, they'd have had a flag right there.
That's the second timeout this quarter for Wilmington.
Yeah, man, that's not, on a close
on this
game,
drive. Yeah,
on this close of a game, you do not want to. You need those timeouts.
Trace's defense has been on the field for this entire quarter. There's only 4:23 left.
The key here is, will Wilmington, if let's say they don't make it, will they kick a field goal, or are they going to go all or nothing on the 4th down?
You think about everything you put in the summer, all the workouts, all the conditioning, backs against the wall. Wilmington's had the ball this whole quarter. If Trace can get off the field without giving up either one of those,
right,
or I would even say a field goal, I would consider that a win.
I'd say even a field goal I'd consider that a win, yes.
Sure.
You still got the lead, and now you got the ball back.
That's why you do all that training in the offseason and preseason.
The field goal kicker's over here going, hey, Coach, I'm warmed up.
He's like, I'm ready. Wilmington approaching the football here. Looks like they're going back to almost like a wing look here.
Yeah.
Number 4 and number 23.
Unless they crunch.
Keith
nope, they're not
Shooty.
going to spread out. They're going to stay where they are.
Got an up back and a deep back. They're going to go right to Shooty, who finds some room up the middle and gets in the end zone.
He walked in. No flag.
What an impressive drive by Wilmington to open the 3rd quarter.
Take the whole. I mean, they took 3/4.
The whole quarter.
They took 3/4 of the entire quarter.
Number 32, Dylan Groves, coming out for the extra point.
Makes extra points really big in this time too. I mean, these kind of games. Oh, dropped.
We got some trouble here. Oh, he gets the pass off. Good defense by the Panthers.
Yep. And again, if that could have been like intercepted and ran back, 2 points for the Panthers right there. That would have made a big difference. That would have been 16-13. We'd have had a field goal lead.
Yeah. 4:20 left here in the 3rd quarter. 1 point lead for the Panthers, 14-13.
So it's in a slight way, there was some advantage to that for the Panthers because they got to keep the lead. I mean, it's not great that you gave up 6 points, but you came out with the lead. If you can go down and get a touchdown, which now it causes Wilmington to go for a touchdown and go for the extra point. I mean, 2 points play. Now, here I think it's big. Trace needs to answer that.
Absolutely. And I think you get back into the rhythm you had in that first half. You had some.
Because if Trace can go down the field and score quickly, I don't mean in one play, but I just mean fairly quickly. That's almost like taking your fist and shoving it in your belt.
I don't know. If I'm the defense, I'm like, take some time off
it's just,
the clock.
well, I'm saying it's just like taking your fist and throwing it in the guy's belly, and you take the air out because, man, we just scored that whole quarter, and then we're back to where we were.
Deliver a blow, and then you answer with a blow. It looks like Brown and Perkins back deep for the Panthers.
Well, and I'm like you. If we can take the rest of this quarter and then go into the fourth quarter, taking half that quarter to score on a long drive.
Groves with the kick, kicks off deep, back to Brown. Brown working to the middle, going to his right, looking, stutter step.
30, 32.
Gets past the 30-yard line.
Good run. Anytime past 25, and we got past the 30, so that's even better. It's got to the 31.
Tackled on the play, number 30, Awan Choka.
And Trace's running game, it can eat a lot of time off this clock and go down and score, that's for sure.
Robinette bringing the play to the Panthers huddle.
Miami Trace ball, 1st and 10 on the 31.
Julian Baker with 64 yards in the first half. Looking to add to that total. Looks like Trace is going to that tight set again. Two backs in the backfield, Enix and Baker. Robinette takes the snap, hands to Baker. He works forward. Met, but keeps his feet moving.
Oh, we got a flag coming in.
Play.
That's probably going to be a hold.
Number 3, Julian Baker, the ball carrier. There's a flag on the play.
Oh, face mask.
Got
Personal foul face mask.
On Wilmington.
I was going to say the only other thing from there is usually it's either face mask or holding coming from that ref. And they're backing up. So that was really good. Gives us a first down and gives us 2 or past the 50-yard line. We got a fan trying to get in.
Oh. Trace back in that jumbo set. Looks like Dawes is the up back towards the left. Enix and Baker.
They jumped. No flag.
Baker with the ball. Found some room. Is able to get up past the 45 to the 43?
Yeah, 44.
44?
1, 2, yeah, 43. 43. 43-yard line, and we got to get to the 42, so 9-yard run.
Gain of 9 on the play. It's 2nd down and 1.
2nd and 1 for the Panthers.
Here's a play where you can fake the run and hit the long guy because they'll be looking for up the middle. But I look for them to just run for the first down right here.
Back in the jumbo set, Robinette with Enix and Baker in the backfield goes to the read option. Pitches it to Enix. Enix lowers the shoulder. Only able to get a couple there.
They're going to give him to the 41, so it's going to be a first down. Nope, he's going to go back to the 42.
Yep.
I was going to say, I didn't think he made it to the 41, but that's where the referee was marking it in the field, but it was actually the 42, but just still first down. Are they giving it to him, or are they? I measure that.
Yeah,
the ball's touching the 42.
Close. That is very close.
We're not even measuring
They're not going to give it to him. And Trace is going to line up here and probably just run it right up the gut. Hand to Baker. He got the first down.
Got the first down.
Number 3, Julian Baker, the ball carrier.
A 4-yard run by Baker.
Like I said, we're answering what Wilmington just did perfectly right now.
Score update: Paint Valley 14-7 over West Jeff. The 2:26 left here in the third quarter. Trace driving, 1-point lead. 1st and 10 on their own, or on Wilmington's 39-yard line.
Yep.
Trace sticking with the jumbo set here with Enix and Baker in the backfield. Handoff goes to Baker, working to his right.
Ooh, bang.
Still on his feet.
Oh my gosh.
Fighting.
That's just what I was thinking.
Yardage.
He hit and got bounced back, and he got hit and bounced back the other direction. And I heard one of the guys in the booth saying pinball. And I go, that's about it. He got up to the 34.
6-yard run there.
Who's down? Wilmington cramping.
Another cramp.
Cedarville 13-0.
Who over Cedarville?
He's got Washington Courthouse over Cedarville.
I didn't even know.
Courthouse is playing Western Brown.
I go say they're not playing them.
He's got 35-0 West. Oh no, he's got 35-0 Western Brown over Courthouse.
Yeah.
Yep.
But what's Cedarville? Oh,
Cedarville is 13-0 over East Clinton. Yep.
East Clinton.
But he still hasn't given me the score.
The Indians looking to go 2-0.
We're not listening to you for any more scores. You're as bad as asking Cody how much time's left on the clock.
Yeah. You mess up once, and Joe never lets you live it down.
Well, that's what I put up. That's why I'm trying to ease you guys into this. So I've got this dead weight.
He's trying to force you into retirement, Joe.
That's it. I'm still the voice of the Ohio State Club football.
Oh, yeah.
And don't forget that.
Working on a cramp here for a Wilmington player. I think both teams have had a pretty strong showing offensively to open up the second half. Mostly keeping the ball on the ground.
Yeah. But the second half, we've got a lot of cramping going up both teams.
Yeah. Always part of it when you're playing in a little bit of heat. I know a lot of teams and schools this week decided to push the start of their Friday night games back.
Yeah, I saw that.
A couple of them playing at 8 o'clock, some playing at 7:30. But not here in Wilmington. We started at 7 o'clock.
And we played at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
She started at 7:30.
Massey
Did
kicked
back
back at
theirs
7:30.
And I did hear somebody in Cincinnati I heard over the thing was backing theirs up to 8 o'clock. So I think several of them did back up to 8 o'clock.
Just depends on where you're at.
And the league may already have things set up. If this happens, the league already has something in plan for that.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, I want to remind you.
Uh-oh.
Wilmington scored while you were on the radio.
Oh, doggone it.
Right.
Well, they almost didn't. Wait a minute.
Say the radio, but
they
on the
did not
stream.
make an extra point, though.
Well, you
So-
know what?
Sean brought that up.
He did.
They did not. Wilmington scored while I was on, but they only scored 6 instead of 7. So I'm still the luck.
It's like number
Trace
52.
still has the lead.
Bryant Conley is up,
Remember
walking
that.
under his own power with a little gimp, kind of holding right behind his knee.
Yeah. And they walk like Frankenstein when
Well,
they're coming off there.
The only problem with that is sometimes when you get that cramp to ease up, it just lingers there like it's going to tighten
you're
up
right.
again.
Just as soon as you
It's the
think it's
worst
okay
feeling.
and you start to walk, it cramps again.
Oh.
Yeah.
One of the worst feelings. Hard to just get rid of,
And
too.
it's hard to get enough fluid in you now.
Got to do it throughout the
You've
week.
got to you got to keep it up all week long. You can't just put it in game night and it's too late.
Trace going back to the jumbo set, 2nd and 5. Robinette hands off to Enix, who lowers his shoulder, gets about 1.5 yards, 2 yards.
He got about 2, yes, 2 yards. He got down to the 33. Got to get to the 30. Or maybe we got to get just over the 30, excuse me. So we close to 4 yards ago. When they put the yard markers a yard off the line, sometimes it's hard to tell exactly where they are.
Another 3rd down situation here for the Panthers.
And I'd say they're probably in 4-down territory.
Colgrove coming into the game as the up back. Watch out for Cooper Enix here. Robinette rolling to his right, looking.
Get rid of it.
He is swallowed up.
Again, he had time to throw it away, so you only had 4 yards to go for now we got 9 yards to go for a first down.
Loss of about 5 there. 2nd sack for Choka. And Coach Williams has a decision here.
Yeah, now it's
May
4th
want
down.
to punt. Well, looks like they're putting the speed package in, though. They could be going for it here. But again, Trace runs that special punt set where they
That could
kind
be
of
the
shift
speed to get
into
down
it.
quick to stop him.
Yeah.
That could be the speed to get down and stop him right where, so it doesn't go in the end zone.
Yep. And Coach Williams is known for going for a punt or a fake punt or two. Well, we got.
Is Trace going to – they're going to call the game?
Oh, Trace called a timeout. They kind of had Wilmington in a surprise. They had a guy back deep anticipating the punt.
And maybe that's why, because maybe he thought, oh, they're looking for the punt. We're going to do it. He's getting ready to drop back for the punt. They're already looking for it, so let's change it up here.
Another score update out of Western Brown and Courthouse. Western Brown up 42-16. See what we got for Jackson.
We got 12.4 seconds left in this quarter.
Ironman up 14-12 over the Tigers with 3:12 left in the first half. It's a big-time game down there in Jackson. if you remember correctly, a couple years ago, Ironton won a meeting between them and Jackson on a play that made ESPN's top 10.
Wow.
Ty Perkins returning a kickoff off a pitch to win the game as time expired for the Ironton Tigers.
How far are they apart?
Probably, I want to say maybe an hour or so.
Okay. Because I know they're
Maybe
both
more.
down there on the river.
I could be wrong. I'm not.
Close to it.
All right, Trace set up here, looking like they're going for it on 4th down. Trips to the bottom. Brown and Enix. Robinette hits Colgrove, and he's going to be just short.
I think he's going to be. I
Gonna
think
be
he went out to
just short.
30 and needed to get to the 29.
Well, the side judge down here has him marked at the 30.
But he's got to get to the 29.
But where does the guy on the other side have him marked?
He's got to get to the 29.
Yeah, it's Wilmington's ball.
He's got to get past the 30. To the
Coach
20.
Williams pleading his case down there on the sideline.
They're marking it. They're marking it just over the 30.
Looks like he's short.
I think he's going to still be about this much short.
Potentially get a measurement here.
Yeah, they wouldn't measure earlier, but they'll measure this one. They're
A
saying
signal in Wilmington's football. Wilmington's defense stands with 4.8 seconds left here in the third.
Well, if you kicked it and it went in the end zone, you're not losing that much here by trying for it. Like, you could have. I'm saying if. But you're right. Kick it out of bounds at the 5-yard line makes it a big difference. I say defense get the ball back right now, and all said. Will Wilmington try to run the ball back down, eating up clock, or will they try to pass the ball and get down there quick?
I think they just stick with their game plan, what they've been doing. One play left in this quarter, and flip sides and get back at it. Hands the ball off. He finds some room up the middle. Johnson.
Got about 6, 7, 8 yards.
Flag on the play.
Maybe holding.
Towards the line. Depends on. Oh, he pointed towards Miami Trace.
It'll be the end of the quarter.
Is the end of the quarter. Holding. Oh, on Wilmington. Well, the guy that threw the flag pointed towards Trace.
He did. He went sort of like
so
that.
I was wondering. I mean.
Oh, he may have been pointing at who got held. He held 42 or something like that.
That penalty is against the Hurricane.
And that's going to end the quarter.
That is going to end the quarter.
Ball's on the 23-yard line, I think.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's right.
One time down. One untimed down. Brown bringing the play in for the Hurricane. It's going to be 1st and 20 from their 20.
Can't end
22.
on an offensive penalty.
Brown setting his shotgun with two backs in the backfield, tight end to the top. Wide receiver to each side here. Brown takes a snap, drops back, looking to pass, takes a shot down the right side.
He's open.
Looking for number 6. Good defense by Bryce Perkins.
Boy, I was worried. It looked like he was open for a second.
He had some help over top, too, by safety Austin Brown.
Yeah, he was coming quick. Austin was getting over here real quick.
They were able to make the stop there. Going to be 2nd and 20 to start the 4th quarter.
Actually, Brown's what I was saying open. I thought he was going to come over and catch the ball.
On to the 4th quarter here at Wilmington. Miami Trace leading 14-13. Both teams are playing relatively good and clean football for the most part here in the second half. Trace had to drive stall out, and then Wilmington, of course, had a drive that pretty much ate up the entire 3rd quarter.
Who?
Northwest. Wilmington played them
Yeah,
last week.
right.
Yep.
It's 10-7 McLean.
And 17 yards now. Or was it 3rd down? Or second down?
It'll be
because of a
2nd
penalty.
and 20
Second to penalty.
to start the 4th.
Is that Greenfield McLean playing the same Northwest? Or
No, it's probably the
that's
other
probably the Northwest that's down south, down below Columbus. They're not.
West is down south.
There is a Northwest down south, yes. Down just east of Adams County.
We're going to pass it on to Sean Grooms.
Sean, you're doing play-by-play?
Cody's got play-by-play.
Starting 4th quarter in their own territory. Ball marked on 23, 24-yard line for the Hurricane. 2nd and 20.
Remember,
They've
has
got-
always been in the lead with me on.
Well, if Rick would get a third headset, we wouldn't have to be passing them around, you know. All right, Brown set back with a single back, trips to the top. Brown rolling to his right, looking, releases the football.
Out of
Good
bounds.
defense by Bryce Perkins. Do we have a –
Caught it, he was out of bounds.
I didn't see the
No, I don't. Incomplete pass should
Yep.
be.
Brown's pass intended for number 3, Stevie Rickman. That pass is
The board
Rickman, the
says,
intending receiver.
the board says 3rd and 17 from the 18, but
I don't think that's the
we're-
case,
no,
unless I'm
no, we're clearly
I'm
on
lost.
the other side of the 20-yard
Yeah.
line here.
Okay, no penalty here. Don't do something stupid to give it an automatic first
keep
down.
something in front of you. Be aware of where the sticks are at if you're the secondary of the Panthers.
Rush the quarterback, play good defense, no holding, no pass interference.
Nothing hurts if they catch the football and you can make a tackle. It's like they're going to press a little bit here on the top or the bottom side. Brown set. Oh, bad
fumble
snap. Ball's
snap.
on the ground. He's looking.
They're
And
going to be sacked.
sacked by number 52, Walker Gillespie.
He's back in the 14-yard line.
So 2 huge plays in the second half for Wilmington, and they've had bad snaps on the extra point and on that big, long 3rd and 17 play, which is going to back them back to a 4th and 26 now. Maybe there's a little now they're actually on the 18.
Yeah. Well, let's see if Trace comes after this one. Not much pressure. Good punt by Groves.
Fair.
Colgrove calling for a fair catch, and he lost the ball.
Holy cow.
Woo!
That-
I do not.
That's where you just got to get away from it and take where it
Hands over your
lies.
head, let it go.
Huge break. That ball didn't go anywhere.
Oh,
Man, that
Off
would've
of
been a great
Colgrove.
break for Wilmington if they
I give him credit because fielding punts is not the best job in football. I can tell you that. But that one, that was a little scary. But Trace, gets the football back, and now let's see if we can get some momentum here on the ground. Baker has been able to get some harder yards this half. It looks like we got trips to the bottom here. Robinette hands the ball off to Baker, who fights forward and gets roughly 2.
Yeah, Trace is going to
Number 3, Julian Baker, the ball
don't get too
carrier.
conservative and just run the and get the
15th
ball
carry
right
for
back.
Julian Baker tonight.
Running the ball much better than last week.
Yeah.
Snap up for a short gain. Brings up 2nd down and 8.
Got 2nd and 8. Trips to the top. 1 back in the backfield. Pistol set for Robinette.
Opening it up a little bit.
Enoch's in that H-back position.
I look for Colgrove.
Robinette pulls the ball.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he didn't.
Oh,
Faked me out.
Man, he
Baker
takes me out too.
gets another couple.
Baker, the ball carrier.
It'll be 3rd and 5.
Back on the play, number 4, Jesse
Takes it to
Keith.
Colgrove,
3-yard
like
gain.
he's giving it, and I didn't see him give the ball to
And
Baker.
number 43, Luke Opterman.
Had me faked out. 10-10 left here in the 4th quarter.
Gain of a couple on the play. 6 yards to go. On 3rd down.
Another big 3rd down in this
Yep.
ball game.
Robinette,
Needed first
same
down
set, trips to the top, single receiver down to the bottom. Tall sweep to Baker, who
He
finds
may have
room, but
it.
he
Oh!
fell. The turf
here.
monster
Just
got
to the
him.
45-yard line.
Oh, he had room to
Man.
get to the first down
I mean,
marker.
Number 3,
he was
Julian
looking
Baker,
at
the
that
ball
yard.
carrier.
That one
I'm
hurts.
talking to you. My
Tripped
voice,
up behind the line.
I turned my head away from that.
And Baker knows it too. He had a chance.
So now the Panthers are going to have to punt this ball away.
Blocking the back on the Panthers. I didn't see flag on the
Neither
field.
did I.
Replay 3rd down. They get another shot here.
They're going to decline this penalty. They did. They
They did
declined the
decline
penalty.
it. So it's 4th down. The run stands for Baker.
There was a penalty on the play against the Miami Trace.
About a
That
1-yard
penalty is
gain there.
declined. 4th down.
Trace has to hurry here. Get everybody set. Approaching 10 seconds left on the play clock. Shifting into the punt formation for the Panthers. Robinette kicks, low liner.
That's going to hit and bounce.
It's going to bounce. He gets away from it. Malachi Jones getting in front of it inside the 5-yard line.
Excellent
Good punt by Robinette.
Excellent punt.
Score update coming out of Clinton Massey. Coldwater leads 22-0. It's a nice quality opponent for Clinton Massey. Wilmington takes over.
8:45 here in this fourth.
Their 4-yard line.
Wilmington, after that long drive right out of the locker room, they used up 2 timeouts on that drive,
Yeah.
so they've got 1 remaining.
1 timeout. And I think if you're Miami Trace, you want to turn. You got to get them to punt here. We do not need a drive that takes up majority of this, especially if they are able to punch it in and give us a short clock coming back. But see what the recipe is here for Wilmington. Looks like they're going with an H-back, single back, or 2 wings actually. Quick handoff to number 23, Schutte, who's stuffed. Brady Sheets, Jaden Jones. It looks like Evan Mullet in on the tackle.
They used some short motion on the short side of the field that time just to throw a different wrinkle at the defense.
It's like Stevens is back into the ball game for the Hurricane.
I'll say we had 2 Hurricanes running off the field. Only 1 came in. Not real good at math, but that doesn't add up.
So we have back to the 2-wing or 1-wing set here. Stevens under center. Tall sweep. He fumbled the football. Trace recovers in the end zone. Touchdown Miami Trace. Big time play. No idea who recovered it, but somebody did.
Cody, we've watched a lot of football, and tall sweeps from your 2 or 3 yard line. Not a real good call right there.
Dandy Don.
There's just so much that could go wrong on a tall sweep that deep in your own territory.
Did they get the touchdown? I thought we got it.
Yep.
Oh, we did get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Levi Morrison out for the extra point. Brown to hold. Snap back. We got a penalty on the play.
False start on the Panthers. Walker Gillespie with the fumble recovery in the end zone for the Panthers. Well, I asked for some turnovers this game, and I've gotten 2 in the favor of Miami Trace.
The penalty ratio this week has been so much better as well.
So it's 28-0 Coldwater.
28-0 Coldwater over Massey right now.
And they're probably getting ready to go for the extra point.
So the
They'll be 29
Panthers will set up for the extra point one more time. That'll take it back to the 15-yard line. So a 25-yard extra point here for the Panthers.
Oh, and they're going to get it right back.
5 yards the other way. Wilmington just jumped off sides.
So that had to be a call for the Panthers. They went. It was going on 2 that time instead of the usual 1.
You never see it go on 2 for a field goal or an extra point. I could be confident that if that was me down there, I probably would have jumped in that scenario.
What was he stamping the ground?
What's the stomping of the feet there? What was that?
I don't know. Well, Trace gets the yardage back. Makes it more manageable for Morrison here, which I think he makes that kick anyway, but it brings it back to the original spot.
Repetition, what you're always practicing, so you don't have to worry about.
Snap back, kicks up, and low liner, and it is good.
That would have been good.
Yep.
From the distance.
7:53 left in the game. Miami Trace with a big fumble recovery by Walker Gillespie for a touchdown. They now lead 21-13 And for Wilmington, you got to be thinking about that missed extra point
Yes.
in the first half or second half, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So now they're going to have to go for two.
Yep.
Another score update tonight. Cedarville over East Clinton 19-0. The Indians looking to go 2-0. So the turnover margin, 20. Okay, so another score update. We got 28-7 Paint Valley over West Jeff, which, if you know West Jeff, they're a pretty tough football program.
Coach Dye got the Paint Valley folks rolling.
He does. Now if I'm Miami Trace, do we kick it out of bounds again, maybe?
I am.
He's 13, Joe.
What's that?
Your grandson's
13.
Back to receive the kick, number 2, Peyton Moyer, number 5.
So everyone's got to stay in their lanes here and
Yep.
cover, cover, cover.
Morrison ready for the kickoff and kicks it deep. Fielded by number 2. Moyer working to his left, or his right, I'm sorry. Cuts back, finds some room, finds a seam, working up towards the 40. Just past the 35. Good run back for the Hurricane. Again, I think we probably just kicked it out of bounds. I mean,
Same result, basically.
yeah,
if you
but,
do.
it's better than getting past the 50 into Panther territory. So I will say, on a positive note, the kickoff team did their job where it was able to get a tackle. But, I mean, going forward, that's something they've got to get addressed and work on. All right, the Hurricane back on offense. Looks like Stevens, 2-by-2 set with one back to his side, takes a snap, hands it off to number 23, Schutte, who gets some good yardage there up past the 40.
Yeah, Trace was clearly they had playing the defensive backs way off the ball on that, looking for passes to come. So not a bad call to run against that defense.
No. Stevens delivering the play to Wilmington. Going to get a trips look down here at the bottom. Single back, sidecar, single receiver up top. Puts a man in motion.
Roll back. Another
Handoff to
handoff.
Schutte, who finds some room, but is tackled by number 15, Jaden Jones.
That was a good cut through by Jones to get to that backside.
Score update out of Western Brown, 42-16 over Washington Courthouse. Third down here for the Hurricane. Stevens takes a look, fires, finds a receiver who makes a move. Gets up past the 45 to roughly the 43. Is that the 43? It's a first down. Oh, we look like we're going to get a cramp here. He's trying to fight it off.
A lot of cushion Trace is giving right now on these receivers. Don't want nobody to get behind him, but if that's the case, we got to come up and make a quicker tackle than that.
Trips look for the Hurricane. One back. Stevens takes a snap, fakes the handoff, finds a receiver. Misfire.
Good pressure that time by Cooper Enix. Made him hurry up that throw. It was just low where the receiver couldn't grab it. Malachi Jones was in pursuit.
2nd and 10.
That incomplete pass stops the clock with 6:17 to go here in the fourth.
2-by-2 set for the Hurricane here. 2nd and 10. Stevens looking, takes a snap, finds a guy, catches the ball at the 40, makes a move, but is tackled. I think they're going to get him for horse collar. Bryce Perkins.
The guy that got broke through for the quarterback was being held. I mean, as he went through, they were still holding on to it.
Yeah. Zane Smith on the reception. Number 2, Moyer into the game.
Oh, holding Wilmington.
Holding Wilmington.
You pointed that out well, Davis.
Nice.
Hey, he called it on air.
Hey, they threw the flag back here on
So
where the tackle was made.
this back judge has had to see a pick to get that wide receiver open on that sideline.
That's the illegal use of the hands.
So an illegal block then.
We'll play second down here.
Second down and 12.
Second and 12. The Miami Trace, what is that, 45?
Yeah.
I'm going to call it the 45. The ball's touching it. Trips look here to the bottom. Single receiver up top. Trace giving a little cushion here. He's rolling out, looking, fires, finds a man. He drops the football.
Big hit. Big hit.
Good hit by number 9, Cooper Hicks.
Cooper Hicks. That ball was clearly caught till Cooper Hicks came up and had a nice shot, jarred that ball right from his hands. That is a huge play.
Another third down play here for the Hurricane. See what they draw up here.
It's a big play right here.
Want to keep
5:45
him in
left.
long distance here.
Trips look to the top. Single receiver down here, shaded over. Some Miami Trace safeties looking for that guy. Makes
That's
a throw.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Trace was ready for that one.
Again, he was being held going toward the quarterback. Every time they go to the quarterback, they just grab him like that.
Unlike games in the past where the teams have set up trips on one side and a single receiver on the other, we've always had that safety on that trip side. Tonight, we've been floating that safety over to help on that single coverage.
Running 2 safety look. Helping out with, and one-on-ones they're tough for a defensive back. I don't care who you are or what skill level you're at. That's a hard job to do.
4th and 12 here.
Wilmington going for it. Drops back, fires, finds a guy, first down.
No, did he catch it?
Yeah.
Fire number 3, Stevie Rickman. A good ball by Stevens. Finds Rickman right there on the sideline, just past the sticks for a Wilmington first down. Wilmington.
Just as huge as that last play for Trace was, that was absolutely huge for Wilmington.
Rickman's their number 1 receiver.
Clock should be moving here with more than 5 minutes to go.
Here we go. Trips down at the bottom, toss sweep to, didn't see the number, but he's got some room and he's tripped up.
By his own man, I believe.
I think he
That
was.
number 14, Puller.
Number 14, Joe Puller, the ball carrier.
His own man got blocked down, and when his leg came up, he
Tripped
tripped
up on the
his
play,
own
just
brother.
shy of first down.
Second and 1. Ball on the 23.
5:13 to go.
Approaching inside 5 minutes here.
5 minutes by the time it's height.
Wilmington 2x2 set, single back. Puller in the backfield with Stevens. Stevens takes a snap, looking to his left, moving to his left, decides to tuck it, slides down for a short gain.
Again, that tackle on the left side as he was rounding around and grabbed a hold of looked like maybe Walker Gillespie. Right in front of the referee, clearly had an arm out holding him.
Jersey being pulled out, and there's no call.
I guess Walker's got to sell it more, I guess, throw his arms up or something to try and draw. You hate to say it that way, but, if you're getting held every play, get the ref's attention. That's why they're there. Keep fighting through it. Trips to the top, single receiver down, press coverage down here on the single receiver. Tall sweep to Puller, who cuts back. Finds some room. Perkins on the tackle. Looks like number 63, Tyler Stevens, was the first to get there, but was not able to get him down.
Stop on the play, number 22, Bryce Perkins.
Got a wrap.
Bring your feet.
Under the 18-yard line.
Easier said than done, though, right?
Absolutely.
12.
Second down and 6.
Second and 6, 2x2 set. Stevens with one back, Puller in the backfield. Dropping back, looking to his left again. He takes off, draw play, slides.
15
Gets about
How can he get
5.
up to? That's where he slid to.
It should be marked as soon as he hits the ground is where he should be marked at.
He hit the ground just shy of the 15, about the 16 and a half, and slid to there.
It's like Schutte coming back into the game.
That's where he stopped.
Number 43,
Ackerman.
Ackerman coming back into the game. looking for that two back set. They're coming straight at you. 3:12 left here in the fourth quarter. Wilmington knocking on the door. Quick sneak. That's got to be a false start.
Set, yeah.
Yep. It was too quick.
So that's going to make it 3rd and 7.
Penalty against the Hurricane.
So 3rd and 2.
So now if I'm Miami Trace, Wilmington has gotten the first down on a play that's right at the stick. So if I'm Coach Anders in the secondary, you got to let them know to be aware where that marker's at and be ready.
Exactly. They got to be guarding that.
But you also, your safeties, you don't want them to creep too high. You know, you have a smash concept where you can get a guy to run to the sticks, but then you could let that inside receiver leak out on a flag route into the end zone. He can get right by us. So
Trips
I
on the
guess
bottom.
pick your poison here. Trips look. 2 safeties for Trace, rolling out to his left. Looking, and he spikes it into the ground.
Okay, it's going to be 4th and 7.
4th and 7 for the Hurricane.
2:37 to go.
Pass falls incomplete. Brings
This
up
is the
4th
game.
down.
They don't get a first down or more here. It's should be the game.
Wilmington with only 1 timeout left, so
I can't see him being able to hold this for that long.
being able or getting rid of those 2 timeouts early in the third quarter may come back and haunt them. 2-by-2 set. Stewart in the slot. Rickman up top. Streety at the bottom here. Stevens drops back, takes a shot, finds the sticks. What's he going to call? He calls a catch, strip.
Say a catch and a run and
Yeah.
first down.
So again, Cushion backs up behind the sticks.
How can you be that far off the guy? You know where he's going. They're going to go right over there every time, and yet you're 6 yards off your guy.
Big time stand here for the Panthers. 1st and 3. Or first down and goal, I'm sorry. I'm reading the scoreboard.
First down and goal
Ball,
from the
8-yard line. Stevens under center. Hands the ball off to Puller, who finds some room, cuts back to his right. Keeps moving. Maybe
Got
ball
to
on the
5.
ground.
Got to the 5.
Evan Mullet, Weston Dawes. It looks like Austin Brown, a host of Panther tacklers, along with Malachi Jones, was able to get the stop.
Under 2 minutes now.
3 on the play. 2nd and goal from the 5.
Wilmington still has to go for 2. Shotgun formation for Stevens. 2 backs in the backfield. Trace needs to know. The hands off to Puller, bounces out to his right. Stopped by
That's Cooper Enix
and
on the
Jaden
initial
Jones.
together. Cooper slows him down. Jones comes over and finishes him off.
3rd down.
Tackled after a short gain.
4.
Going to be under a minute when they snap this ball.
.102 left here in the fourth. Wilmington knocking on the door. 3rd and 4. Big time play for the – well, I shouldn't say that. Definitely got 2 more chances left to score here if you're Wilmington. Going with the 2-back look.
Look
Tied
for
into the top.
some misdirection here.
Or maybe some play action. Play action pass. Finds a guy. Puller. And he
Big
stopped.
stick.
Did they call it? Touchdown Wilmington. Stevens fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, finds Puller right there in the front corner of the end zone. Wilmington scores. It is now 21-19. Wilmington needs to go for 2 to tie this ball game. 40.4 seconds left on the clock.
Just a matter of seconds there. We had a possible quarterback sack and a tackle.
Our
Just
receiver, our defensive, they stay behind the guys. All he has to do is go into the end zone, turn around, and
so here we are. It looks like a single back.
2-by-2 set for the Hurricane. Schutte in the backfield.
timeout, Trace.
Miami Trace takes a timeout here. It looks like a situation where Coach Williams wanted to see what formation Wilmington was going to come out in. Do you stick to the plan if you're Wilmington? Do you change it?
I think they go back to that two-back set.
It's kind of been where most of their success has been from. Now they have completed a couple passes out of the spread set, but not much answer from Trace on that two-back set tonight. There have been a couple big runs out of that set for Wilmington. Big moment for Trace. Big moment for Wilmington. That's why you love Friday nights.
Friday Night Lights.
Wilmington with one timeout left, so this is for the ball game. Well, I shouldn't say that. They still got a kick. Trips to the top. Stevens takes it. Looking, moves. And he got it.
No, he's short.
Is he short?
He's short.
No signal yet.
He marked him a yard short.
Marked him a yard short.
Just he got there. He was this far short, and they pulled him this way.
Just short.
I didn't know if he tried to stick the ball out there or not, but
now we got
the Panther defense stands tall.
The hands team's job now.
Yep. 21-19 with 40.4 seconds left.
Hey, Rick,
Onside kick to come.
Could be a close game within 3 points. Yeah.
Joe Nostradamus Davis.
What's that?
Trace beat Wilmington last year. Wilmington beat Trace by 3, and so Trace is going to beat Wilmington by 2 unless something happens.
This is always a good football game when Trace and Wilmington meet.
I look for a quarterback sneak get the ball out. No handoff.
This is a situation where you put your baseball players out there.
That's right.
Put them on the front line.
Field the ground ball.
Field the ball. Fall on it. Guys around them protect. You got Cooper Enix, Napier, Mullet, Stuckey, Brown,
Aids out with 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, thank you.
Malachi Jones. So the Miami Trace defense answers the call on the 2-point conversion. Wilmington with their last shot here.
Outside, or you trying to bounce this off one of the inside guys?
I have no idea what you try to do. Oh, he kicks it to the short guy. He's going to have a chance for it. No! Wow. They had a shot.
They had it. The Trace player
the gunner,
just ran right past the ball.
The gunner for Wilmington didn't fall on the football.
Cooper Hicks ends up jumping on it. He's had a very nice game tonight, Cooper Hicks. Had a big knockaway in that last series.
What a ball game. Two teams have fought it out.
So again here, Trace never goes under center, so you still got to have a good quarterback center exchange here on this snapback.
Victory formation for the Panthers here. 40.4 seconds left. Take a knee. Clock running.
Yeah, because see, there's those timeouts that they used early.
So Trace won't even have to snap this ball again. They can just let this clock run out.
They're lining them up.
And Miami Trace sneaks out of Wilmington. Winners 21-19. They're a great ball game.
Wilmington 19, Miami Trace 21. We thank you for coming out tonight for some Friday night football. Please drive home safely.
Figure up some stats here. Yep, we're
putting
going to
some
run
stats
through it
together.
here. All right, these are unofficial stats. Don't trust my math, I guess. You're asking Joe. Julian Baker, the leading rusher for the Miami Trace Panthers tonight. He finishes with 17 carries and 89 yards. Trey Robinette with 6 carries for 11 yards. Couple sacks in there that kind of hurt his night on the ground. Cooper Enix with 5 carries, 16 yards, and Evan Colgrove with 2 for -4. In the passing department, 6 attempts for Robinette, 2 completions for a total of 28 yards and a touchdown. The team scoring, the first half, Trey Robinette connects to Malachi Jones to make it 7-0, and then a 25-yard run from Robinette, make it 14-0. And then Wilmington answers at the 5:14 mark in the second quarter. Pass from Stevens to Keith to make it 14-7. Schutte with a 5-yard TD run to make it 14-13. That's when Wilmington missed the extra point. And then Miami Trace with a big fumble recovery in the end zone to make it 21-13. And then Wilmington drives down with 40.2 seconds left. Stevens hits Puller for a touchdown, and the 2-point conversion was no good to make the final score 21-19.
So just like you talked at the beginning of the game, turnovers, less penalties. Less penalties tonight. 2 turnovers that they got, the interception and the fumble recovery, and they got the 2 turnovers, which led to 2 touchdowns for the Panthers tonight. A much cleaner game from Trace from that standpoint. You didn't see a lot of false starts like you did last week. The snaps looked great. Cam Morton was able to get that fixed, which I had faith in Cam. I knew he would go to work and get that together. Trace, I think overall defensively played pretty well. Wilmington was able to hit him here and there, but that's just, that's the name of the game. You're going to give up some plays. But overall, you love to get out of the road game with a win, and going into next week against Logan Elm, who is a very tough opponent. Logan Elm has been on the up the last couple of years. So enjoy this one tonight. If you're Coach Williams and the Panthers, get back to work tomorrow and get ready for Logan Elm. So, all good night, and looks like our next broadcast will be Thursday night, another volleyball action for the Lady Panthers, Thursday night volleyball.
You asked him too quick, Rick. Do you know who they play?
No, I don't. I don't know it's Thursday.
Unprepared.
But just watch the Campus Nation website.
Yeah, just pay attention to the Campus Nation website for all your updates for our upcoming broadcasts. And for myself and Sean, we thank you for tuning in and enjoying this ball game with us tonight. And we look forward to coming back for